Welcome back to the Crochet Cradle. So it's my friends over at yarnspirations.com, moving along in our Christmas puzzle along. Today we're focusing on Santa's beard, also the mustache. Since the last time you've seen Santa though, I've added some rosy cheeks. So I just added a portion of the eye pattern and I stopped just about there. So I didn't do the full eye, and then I just sewed those onto the character. I also then added in kind of like a tongue or lips, whatever you want to call that, and all I did for that is that I started off and I did chain 2 and then 6 single crochet in the center, and then I just concentrated on just half of the circle and did 2 single crochets in each, and then I just sewed it underneath, so if you can see that. So that's what I've done. I've also kind of just shaped, just kind of yanked on it a bit for the mustache. So there's 2 of those, 2 pieces, and then the beard. So the beard here is then sewn from one side, right attached to the other side, and it goes all the way across to the other side. And then this is, I can get my finger underneath, and then the last part of the strand I've just sewn it down here. So this is not just holding there loosely, it's been tacked down. So today I'm going to be focusing on that. We're gonna be using the larger size hook. I cannot use white for obvious reasons, and we're using the larger hook size, so it's a 5mm or whatever size you decided to sub with, and it's actually really fun. I just think adding the tongue and a little bit of rosy cheeks is awesome. I wish that I almost had eyebrows, but I don't think I'm gonna do it this time, but we'll maybe concentrate on that next time. So that's pretty cool. Let's move along now and start Santa's beard. So leave the long tail on. You're going to use that for sewing later. So when I say long, this is how long it's going to be. So we want to start off and we're going to chain a total of 18 using the larger size hooks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now that I have 18 on here, you're gonna say it's a little small, but when you put it on, you're gonna tack it on with some pins and you can stretch it a bit. So I wouldn't worry about that so much. Let's begin row number 1. Let's go second chain from the hook, 1 and 2, and just put in 1 single crochet in each of the stitches all the way. This has been constructed just like it is with the hair, but it's going to have some shaping in just a bit. So just 1 single crochet across your chain for row number 1. Once you get across row number 1, you're gonna turn your work and we're gonna do that bean stitch like we had done with the back of the with the hair. So we're going to chain 1 to start and single crochet in the first one, and then it's going to be that bean stitch that Michelle talks about. So just gonna wrap the hook and going in, pull through 2 and hold. So chances are you've done Santa's hair already, so I'm just gonna speed along. So you're putting all of this in. You should see 5 loops on the hook if you recall, and then you'll pull through all 5 loops, single crochet in the next, and then bean in the next one again, and you're gonna do that all the way across. So your very last stitch will be a single crochet if your counts are right, and that's something that you can consider. Okay, so you get your bean, pull through, and then single crochet, and then you're gonna work your way across it, and you can see on the opposite side all the bumps are forming. Please work all the way across now, and this is row number 2. So we just completed row number 2. So row number 3, we're gonna start a decrease now. So as we're getting closer to the bottom of the beard, it'll get more pointy like this. So row number 3, we're going to chain up 1 and we're gonna do a decrease right in the first 2. So just going in the first one, pull through, go into the next one, is the single crochet 2 together, and so you have 3 loops, pull through, and that's a decrease. So now you're just gonna blaze across along, and in the very last stitch, the 2 stitches, you're gonna put those 2 together as well. So I'll see you there in just a second. So when you get all the way across on row number 3 here, the last one's here and the next one, so the last 2 are together as a stitch, and that's a decrease. So that was row number 3. So row number 4 is back to the bean stitch again. It's exactly what you already know, so it's just a matter of just following along. So just chain up 1, 1 single in the first, bean into the next, single to the next, bean, single, and do that all the way across. So this is technically now row number 4. You should already know what you're doing at this point, so just continue along, and I'll see you at the end of number 4 in just a moment. So just finished up to the end of row number 4. Let's turn our work. So you can see that there is less of these bean stitches. So row number 5 now takes a drastic decrease. So you're just gonna chain up 1 and you're gonna put the first 2 together as a 2 together, and then you're also going to do the next 2 together. Okay, so we're doing 2 togethers, 2 in a row. Now you're just going to single crochet yourself all the way to the other side, and the last 4 stitches are what you need to concentrate on. So you need to focus on putting the first 2 together and then the next 2 together right at the very end. So just keep an eye on that. So I have 1, 2, 3 and 4 stitches left, so just put those together, the first set and then the next set, and that was the end of row number 5. You're going to turn your work and begin row number 6. So row number 6, you're just going to chain up 1 single crochet in the first one, and then a bean stitch, 1 single crochet, bean stitch, 1 single crochet, and you'll do that all the way to the end of number 6. See me back here in just a moment. So I'm just finishing up to the end of row number 6. There you go. So now we're going to do another decrease for row 7. So just turn, chain, or I've already turned, so chain 1 and then put the first 2 together, and then single crochet along and then put the last 2 together here on row number 7. Please do this all the way across, and I'll see you at the end of this row. Let's begin row number 8. You're chaining up 1 single in the first, and then the bean stitch, and then 1 single bean, 1 single bean. Do that all the way to the end. This is row number 8. So I finished up number 8. Number 9, we're going to do another decrease, so just chain up 1 and then put the first 2 together, single crochet the remaining, and then put the last 2 together. Please do this all the way across. This is row number 9. So I'm at the very last 2, just put those together and then turn your work. Let's move along to row number 10. We're going to chain up 1 single crochet in the first, and then you're doing a bean stitch and then 1 single bean, and do that all the way to the end of row number 10. At the end of row number 10, you're going to do your last row here, and so now we're going to do a very severe decrease as well. So we're going to turn our, we've already turned, so just put the first 2 together, then you're going to do the next 3 together, so keep gathering, so that's a 3 together, and then the last 2 are together, and then that's it. That's the end of the story. So you want to leave a long enough strand here so that you can sew that to your character. You only have to go across the base here to sew it to the base of the Santa, and once you have the top mustache area kind of all secured first, then just kind of fold it flat to the character and then just sew that across. So this would be how you would do the beard, and it's pretty awesome, and it just lands just above the table line. So this is how you do the beard. Let's move on to the mustache next. So the mustache is using white. It's exactly what you already know, so you want to leave a long tail again to sew. You don't need too long, but let's get started anyway. And we're using the larger size hook. In my case it's a 4mm. That's what I subbed to. It says 5mm in the pattern. So you want to start with chaining of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and you want to single crochet then starting at the second chain from the hook, and you want to go all the way back. So I'm just coming up to the end of row number 1, and then you're going to turn your work. So this row now is the only time the bean stitch appears, so just chain up 1 single in the first, and then bean, and then single, bean, single, and do that all the way to the other side. So I'll see you back here in just a moment. So row number 2 is completed. Turn, and we've got 2 more rows to go. So number 3, just chain and then 1 single crochet in each, going all the way across. But wait, there's more. For $19.95. Yeah. Okay, so we're at the end of this row, and then the final row, number 4, is just chain up 1 and just slip stitch yourself all the way across, and that puts it in balance. So now what you can do is that you have to do a second one, but it's how you position this on the character, which I will talk about in just a moment once I get this done. So you slip stitch all the way across, and you're good to go. Okay, so just leave on a long tail, and you can kind of see there's the mustache right there. Okay, so you see it's kind of like the lip line and then the extra. So let's look at the character and see how we're going to apply that. So when we go to look at this, you can see that this is loose. So when I attached it, I just tilted the nose and I attached it just on the angle right here. Okay, just under there, and when I did it is that I kind of stretched it so that it had like a curve to it. So kind of pull it and then kind of lean it up like that, and you can have some fun. And if you want to put in your tongue, you can do it before or after. I found because I had secured it right in here that I had to offset it, but I actually think it looks good offsetted too. So that's something that you can apply and just keep it nice free form so it's coming off the character a little bit, and then get your beard all secured. And the next time I see you, we're gonna move on to something new within this puzzle. Have a good day. We hope to see you again real soon.